Hey everyone, it's Ryder from Skip. A quick video today. There's a new disaster loan assistance from the SBA in response to what's happening in Florida. The stock market had a rough week. I'll talk about what that means for you. And mortgage rates have hit a nearly 2-decade high. And I'm going to answer the question, is now a good time to start a small business? So stick around. I've got a great Friday roundup for you. Most importantly, if you find this helpful, give this video a like. Let's try to get to 1,000 likes in this video before you go enjoy the weekend. I'll start with the breaking news here on SBA relief funding in response to what's happening in Florida, the storm that's rolled through that's now headed to the Carolinas. I'll have more information about this next week, but this is for a certain number of counties in Florida: Charlotte, Collier, DeSoto, Hardy, Hillsborough, Lee, Manatee, Pinellas, Sarasota, Orange, Osceola, Polk, and Seminole, and contiguous counties that include Miami-Dade and Broward counties and several others. Here's the disaster declaration as a result of Hurricane Ian, and here's what types of disaster loans are available: business, physical disaster loans, economic injury disaster loans, yes, EIDL for folks in these counties in Florida. And we'll put this information on the Skip website. You go to helloskip.com/blog to see the details here. Home disaster loans are also included. There's some credit history, repayment, and collateral requirements, but again, this covers a large portion of Florida. We may see more of these as Hurricane Ian continues up the coast, and our thoughts are with everyone affected by Hurricane Ian. But this is the big breaking news today on this new disaster declaration. Okay, on the economy, been a rough week. Here's the headline from today: a rough third quarter ending today is moving toward a quiet, if downbeat, end. U.S. stocks slipped modestly Friday afternoon. UK markets are stabilizing after a crazy week. Here's the news: Eurozone inflation. In case you missed it, the pound in the UK crashed to a record low against the US dollar at the beginning of this week, after the UK finance minister said there'd be even more tax cuts without explaining how to pay for them. Bond prices collapsed, sending borrowing costs soaring, sparking mayhem in the mortgage market, and pushing pension funds to the brink of insolvency. All that happened in the UK this week. Also, consumer spending data was just released for August. Spending rose only 0.5% from the previous month, so not too much change in consumer spending. One of the big changes we saw this week was in the mortgage market. Rates going up. The average 30-year mortgage rate now eclipses 7%. So as a result, we expect home prices to go down. Here's the important point here: assuming a 10% down payment, a home listed on the national median asking price is $435,000 in August 2022, cost nearly $1,000 more each month than it did a year ago, $1,000 more, solely due to the increases in mortgage rates. Higher borrowing costs have already began to cut into sales. Existing home sales in August were down nearly 20% from last year, and prices still remain high. I would expect home prices will go down as a result. Less consumer demand, prices will lower. Given all that news, the question is it a good time to be an entrepreneur and a small business owner? Of course, I would argue, yes, it is. Now more than ever. In case you missed it, earlier this week, we gave out $1,000 grants and $500 grants on our YouTube channel. We've been donating our YouTube revenue back to subscribers of this channel to help support folks with their dreams, their passions, their small businesses. We've been doing it for over 2 years to basically demonstrate, yes, it's easier than ever to start a small business, especially if you have the right information and the right team helping you. You can always get one-on-one help from myself and our teammates when you go to helloskip.com/join. Use the code RYDERINVITE or the link right below. Again, if you want to start a small business, grow your small business, or get funding for your small business or idea, we are here to help. We've helped tens of thousands of businesses successfully grow and get funded. One of the main takeaways here is a lousy economy should never hold you back from starting a business, following your passions. In fact, some of our largest companies in the US were founded during the last global recession. Airbnb, Groupon, Uber, Venmo, all founded during the last recession. The second reason is interest rates are higher. We know that borrowing is becoming more expensive. There are still lots of options, by the way. We know about a lot of private options, public options, SSBCI coming down the pipe, which is now open to a handful of states. With higher interest rates, that means there'll be fewer entrepreneurs. People will give up. That's human nature. Capital is harder to come by unless you know where to look. which we do, but this will create less competition for businesses, fewer entrepreneurs, fewer businesses, which will give you a leg up. If you're determined, you know where to look. If you want to be one of these amazing companies or businesses that started during this recession that we're entering in 2022, as always, we'd love to help. So that's today's news roundup. Again, the Florida disaster details we'll have on the Skip blog, helloskip.com/blog. Links to all this below. Most importantly, stay well, stay healthy, and I'll see you tomorrow.